Hey everybody, Coach Veronica here I wanted to come live today to talk about another gift in our series talking about gifts and how do we use these everyday gifts to thrive in any and all circumstances in life. It is January 2nd and we're in a new year and it's exciting and it's uh, an opportunity for growth and further change and better thriving in our lives. So today's gift that I want to talk about with you guys is actually the gift of fear. Now, generally, we try to stay away from fear. Uh, we try to stay away from things we're afraid of. Incidentally, you can hear the train, and for many, many years, I was terrified of the train, and now I live next door, next to one. Anyways, how is fear a gift? I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know that if you're watching live or if you're watching in the replay right now, and let me know where you're coming from. What are your thoughts about fear? When I say fear, what is it that you fear? Let me know in the comments. Trains are one of my things, and now I live next to one. But bigger than that, we go into a new year, and yesterday we talked briefly about resolutions and New Year's resolutions and the resetting of a year and how we try to kind of start new habits and new goals and what does that look like. So for me, I think something that has become that I work with my clients and that I implemented in my own life is looking at what is it that I fear? What is it that because often the fears that we have stop us from thriving in life. Because we're afraid of them, we generally try to stay away. But in the end, that actually robs us of thriving. That robs of us of so many different opportunities. And so I wanted to come on and share with you guys, how do we use our fear to thrive? And really what that is we need to actually first identify what are our fears. What are those things that we, whether that is like something like a train or something bigger in terms of fear of failure. I was sharing with some friends just a few days back that I have in the past, and I've struggled with the fear of failure. So I generally don't try stuff. I would stop myself from even trying because if I didn't feel like I could definitely succeed at it, I didn't want to fail, so I didn't try. And that mentality, it's just a mentality. Because really, I now have a firm belief, and I've shared this with you guys previously as well, that you actually don't fail unless you stop trying. And so for me, I had to reframe my mindset and my thoughts around that fear, what that looked like. So first, we have to look at what is it that we're actually afraid of. Look at, is that fear, is it rational? Is it not rational? Is there, how much impact does it have in our lives? But also, how do I utilize the fear I have of that thing to actually empower me to thrive, to actually use it to get where I want to go? Is it actually a fear? Is it actually something that will stop me? Or is there a way around it? You guys have heard me talk about obstacles. I'm going to talk more about that on a different day. But an obstacle, yeah, it's something in our way. Yes, a fear is something in our way. It is something that is real, it is tangible, it is there. And I don't dismiss those things anymore. I don't say you're never ever going to hear me say that fears aren't real or fears just overcome your fears. They're false. They don't exist. It's a figment of your imagination. No, there are fears that are real and legitimate, and some of them are for certain reasons, certain experiences you've had, certain things, things that have happened in your past that are real, and they, our brain knows how to keep track of those things and goes, oh, you did that in the past and it didn't go well. Now you're afraid of it. The problem with that is when we let that stop us from achieving things we want. Now, there are other fears that maybe don't matter. So you've got to actually look at, what is the fear? Does it matter? Is this thing that I'm afraid of something that I really want to pursue and not be afraid of? If it's not, don't worry about it. I have an irrational fear of horses. I'm not sure why. I've just always been afraid of them. Now, I'm allergic to horses, so it doesn't really matter because I'm never going to ride one anyway. I have no desire to ride one, and I can't get close to one anyway without being allergic. So that doesn't matter. But the fear that I had of failure that stopped me for so long, it actually stopped me from thriving. It crippled me from thriving. Because I was stuck in, I'm afraid of it, therefore it's bad, therefore I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to go near it. I'm not going to conquer, right? We hear this phrase of conquering your fear. But what is that, right? Like, how do I actually do that? So once you've decided that this is the thing you actually want in your life, and this is something that it is time, you've got to move forward. You've got to conquer it. You've got to see it as a gift. Because once you see it as actually a gift, you then feel empowered. This is the beauty of the gift. Is you feel empowered that you know you can actually achieve this. And as you achieve, it's not a, jump in the deep end and you learn how to swim thing. You have to train. You have to learn how to swim before you're going to go in the deep end. And conquering your fear is the same, right? Whatever it is, if you wanted to run a marathon, when you set a goal, you have to train for that thing. You have to take small steps. And fear is the exact same. So often we think of the fear as this big thing that terrifies us, and the idea of conquering that is not even, our brain can't rationalize it. But if you can look at your fear and see, what is it that this fear is actually stopping me from? I talked a couple days ago, we talked about the gift of focus. Where is your focus? Is your focus on your fear, or is it on your future? Is it on the thing that you want? And so if you can actually put your focus on the thing that you want versus the thing that you're afraid of, or what is stopping you, you have to know what it is that is stopping you and why it's stopping you. But if you can actually look at, this is what I want, this is where I'm headed, this is where I'm going, then you can make little actionable steps to get there, then the fear doesn't actually feel as big. It doesn't feel as daunting, and you also recognize that as you're doing it, not only is it not as big, but it's not actually as daunting as you thought. It is not as crippling as you thought, because you are taking steps towards it. Not towards the fear, towards your future. And you are going through the fear to get there. So that is all I have for today. I wanted to keep it short and sweet. And but your gift of the day, fear. So as you look at this year, whether you're planning your New Year's resolutions, setting goals for the year, setting goals for this week, for this month, whatever it is, when you're looking at, what is this thriving life that I want? What is creating this abundant life that you want to live, that you feel purposeful and joyful, whatever that thing is, whether it's adventure you're seeking, or in your business you want to expand that, whatever it is, look at what the future is for you. What is that in the end that you want? What is the fear that is stopping you from getting that? And what are the small steps that you can take to get you through the fear, that you can go through in spite of the fear to get to the future that you want, because that is what this is all about. Is thriving in every circumstance. Guys, this has been awesome. I will see you guys tomorrow. Let me know what your thoughts are. Tell me, what are those goals? What are the fears that you have? What is the future that you want? What is the future that you see for yourself? And what are the steps that you're going to take to move through the fear to get to that future? That's what I want you to put in the comments. And whether you're watching the replay or the live, let me know. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.